Hi, this is Teddy, and today you're listening to Jan Schakowsky in Illinois on Two Broads Talking Politics. Make sure to always wear a mask and go vote.
Hi, everyone. This is Kelly with Two Broads Talking Politics, and I am on today with Illinois Congresswoman and fellow Chicagoan Jan Schakowsky. Hi, Congresswoman Schakowsky.
Hi, I'm really happy to be with you, Kelly. This is fun.
Yeah, I'm excited to speak with you. So much going on in the world, in the country, everywhere right now. Maybe we could start talk a little bit about the debate from last night and what you saw that gets you excited about Joe Biden being president, being elected in 11 days.
Well, clearly the president came with tried a new personality, sort of, as compared to the last time. But what really irritated me, he would say in kind of this husky voice, he would say, Joe. I mean, just that was enough to really turn me off. And then, of course, the misinformation that he gives about the virus is just shocking to me. We're in a spike right now, in a really dangerous moment. Yesterday, Illinois actually had the highest number of cases that we've ever had. But we're far from alone. This is happening around the country, but we're turning what's his phrase? Turning the corner on it. Mm-hmm. It's going fine. Things are good. But we have to live our lives. And Joe Biden was awesome when he said, no, we're not living, we're dying. And pointed out how, heading toward 250,000 Americans who have died, and how dare the president talk that way. It's just, he's got to go, right?
Yeah, well, and, Trump keeps asking why suburban women don't like him. You represent suburban women. What is it that they're looking for right now? It doesn't seem to be what the president is giving us.
I love that. He says suburban housewives.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, suburban housewives. Well, we saw last night one of the main reasons, I think, that women in general, and we have a 31% gender gap, which is fabulous. The separation of children from their parents at the border is so despicable. So first he tried, no, they're brought here by coyotes. No, we were talking about the new finding of well over 500 children who have parents who brought them to this country that they don't know where those parents are. And, I've been to the border 3 times, and I've actually seen children. I've seen the cages. I've seen the Mylar blankets, if you will. And I've also been to the shelters. And the president said, and we take such good care of them. He's so out of it. We take and they're so clean. The places for these children are so clean. Really? This is a good thing for children. And it's just horrifying. And I think a lot of women in particular, but parents, human beings, find that just so repulsive that I think that's been a big factor. That one fact that he's okay with that. That was his policy. And then, of course, he tried to say that it was started. That was the other thing, Kelly, that really got to me. I don't know if that he said, you had 8 years to do this. It's like, whoa, you've had 4 years. Just said it right, or wrong. He took no response. Like those 4 years, he had nothing to do with it at all. Just reason.
I'm starting to think maybe Trump himself doesn't know how he was elected, and his campaign managers keep going to prison. And so they're like, let's just see what worked last time. And even though I've been in power for 4 years now, it'll work again somehow.
I don't know. Yeah. Talk about a lawless administration. Everyone close to him. Well, actually, there's people who were close to him. Some people now are coming out. I love that Kelly is, talking, former chief of staff. And people from the military, our generals are coming out and talking about how horrible he is. But the others are either in jail or being indicted, or there's these new findings about their corruption. It's a lawless administration, and it's all transactional for him. It's about, what's in it for me, and therefore he asked, what's in it for these soldiers that are buried here? What was in it for them? No, it's about service, about country, about compassion. It just is missing major pieces.
Yeah, definitely. So you, of course, represent a district in the Midwest. The Midwest is, as always, one of the very most important parts of the country in any election cycle. We have exciting opportunities not just to elect President Biden, but there are important Senate races in the Midwest and state legislatures that could flip throughout the Midwest. As you're talking to voters, as you're thinking about, what is going on in the whole Midwest, Great Lakes region, what do you hear from people? What is really on the minds of voters? What are they looking for right now? What are they hoping for right now?
Well, let me just tell you, Kelly, we have a fabulous constituent service office, and we take calls from people from a lot of places, sometimes even out of the state, because we have a great reputation. But my point is this. We are getting more calls than I ever want to hear from adults weeping into the telephone. People who, a man who says, I lost my job. I can't pay my rent. I'm so afraid that along with my children, we're going to be out on the street. Or a woman crying and almost ashamed of admitting that she can't put food on the table for her children. And fortunately, we can direct her to a food pantry. But this is the richest country in the world. We have a plan that would help people. We're trying, and Nancy Pelosi, our Speaker of the House, is trying to negotiate. And actually, the administration is being more cooperative than Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell has told the White House, do not pass a relief package right now. So what am I hearing? We're hearing about healthcare. We're hearing about housing. We're hearing about small businesses that are desperate for help. And until we deal with this virus, we have to, as Nancy Pelosi said, we have to crush the virus. And what's at stake are our lives and our livelihood and the life of our democracy. And everything is really on the line right now. And people, when we look at polls, and let's not get too crazy about the polls. We did that the last time, right? And that was a big mistake. But we're actually seeing more white, non-college educated men who are starting to say, we can't have 4 more years of this. We can't. Mm-hmm. And we're hearing from young people that we can't wait 4 more years to do something about the climate. We just cannot. Yeah. It may be the tipping point. The urgency, I guess it's the urgency of this election to make a change. I don't so much in this community hear from, people who are really dedicated to Donald Trump. And it's still hard for me to quite understand it. And what's even harder to understand is why the Republicans, can I say chicken shit on your show?
Sure.
Really? You're going to stick with this guy?
Yeah.
You're going to go down in history as being a complicit with this man that has, destroyed so many things about our country, has ruined our reputation worldwide, who is an embarrassment and dangerous. Donald Trump is the most dangerous man on the planet. We're all at risk because of him, and they stick with him? Yeah. What is that? I feel pretty confident that we're going to win the Senate. We're going to expand our majority in the House of Representatives, where, by the way, we already have the most diverse Democratic caucus ever, the most women ever in the House of Representatives, people of color. When Donald Trump said he has done more for African Americans than any president since Abraham Lincoln, I'm telling you, I just dropped my glass of wine. I mean, that is just insane. And does he believe that? Does he think that? This racist, inviting white supremacists to come to disrupt votes and praising them. And oh my God. Anyway, yeah. Just had to add that.
You said he was the least racist person in the room, too.
I thought I'd say in the world. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So final question then, in this final 11 days we have until the most important election of our lifetimes, what should everybody be doing to make sure we are doing everything possible?
Yeah, everything. So, in the minutes, you could divide it into minutes that we have left. Obviously, vote. And know that if you're not registered, you can vote, and spread that to people that we have same-day registration. So anybody can vote. So if you can still make phone calls, we need phone calls. Use your own social media. How many people do you have on your Facebook? And they're probably scattered or even around the country. Communicate with those people. How many contacts do you have on your phone or cell phone or whatever? Communicate with those people and tell them too, to make sure that everyone they know will vote. So there's plenty to do between now and whatever election, we'd say election day, November 3rd. But, get everyone out, get them out soon as you can. And if that happens, we win. Mm-hmm. When we fight, we win. When we vote, we win.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
Absolutely. So great. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was great to talk to you. And I can't wait for us to all celebrate together on Inauguration Day 2021.
Yeah, instead of a women's march against, we will have a celebration called an inauguration. It'll be awesome.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you for listening to Two Broads Talking Politics, part of the Dimcast Podcast Network. Our theme song is called Are You Listening? Off of the album Elephant Shaped Trees by the band Immunuri, and we're using it with permission of the band. Our logo and other original artwork is by Matthew Weflin and was created for use by this podcast. You can contact us at twobroadstalkingpolitics@gmail.com or on Twitter or Facebook at Two Broads Talk. You can find all of our episodes at twobroadstalkingpolitics.com or anywhere podcasts are found.